Okay, remember, once you have gotten the folder and you've opened it up and given everybody their piece of paper, please put the folder back on the side. Then listen to who is going to be grabbing the crowns that are out of the little other side of your tub where it has a little crown guy. This is the one that matches your table, so make sure you pass those out. You are going to write your name right in the middle. Please remember, I'm writing Miss Lawson. You are writing your name right there. Then return that crown to that little cup. Miss Lawson will be taking these off of your table, out of your way. The next supply that we're going to be getting is our paint tray. So please listen who is getting the paint tray from our back counter. Now remember, this is where we keep the tops of our paint, and then where our paintbrushes, and then any other paint that we're not using. So please listen, I will tell you who gets the house. You're going to make sure that you take your house, dump it into the other cup so we don't touch the tippies. Put that back in the blank one. Everybody's going to grab the tippy using your hands on the handle. The next step is, please listen, I'm going to tell you who was removing the tops of your paint. Carefully pop the top. Leave it on the tray. Do not take it off the tray. Then remember, all of our tops are going to go in that other little spot. You have yellow, red, and blue. So please listen to what color you are dipping in. And if you're cleaning your brush on your paint mat, remember, when we clean our brush, we want to go in the same direction, keeping our hair all together. We don't want to splat it down and spin it. So if you find the 3 circles on your paper, red, blue, yellow, these 3 circles are the 3 colors you have in front of you called the primary colors. We are going to work light to dark. So we're going to start with yellow, then we're going to move to red, and then we'll move to blue. We are painting in that circle using those 3 colors. Only the circle. So please listen, because the first color we're going to start with is yellow. Please take your brush and point to the yellow dot where we're about to paint. So what we're going to do when Miss Lawson pauses the video, you will dip into your yellow and you will paint your yellow circle. If you need to dip more to get the whole circle painted, that is okay. Once you get the yellow painted, please listen for my countdown. When I give you the countdown, that's when you need to go to your paint mat and start wiping off your paint. Now remember, we don't want to smash it or spin it. You are going back and forth, getting as much paint off as you can. It's not going to be completely clean. Once we've done the yellow, take your brush or your finger, point to the red, R-E-D. That is going to be where the red is. So again, take your brush when I pause the video, and you're going to paint the red in the red circle. Again, when you hear the countdown, I'm going to ask you to start cleaning off your brush onto your paint mat. So please listen for the countdown to get all the red off your brush. Blue. Blue was our last primary color. So find the blue circle. When Miss Lawson tells you, you'll take your brush, you'll dip the hair in, and then you'll paint the blue on the blue circle. If you are getting purple, that's because you didn't wipe your brush off good enough. So make sure that every time we switch colors, you do clean off your brush. Again, listen for the countdown. I'll tell you when it's time to start wiping off your brush. So right now, we should have finished with our 3 primary colors, yellow, red, and blue. The colors you see are the colors that we have on our dot. Next, we're going to move into painting our secondary colors, which are the squares or rectangles, orange, purple, green. Before we begin, do you see arrows? These arrows are telling you what 2 colors to use. From red, you see purple. From blue, you see purple. So I know red and blue are what going to make purple. For orange, look at the arrow. What color is pointing from to orange? Okay, and what color? If you said red and yellow, you're correct. If you find green, what 2 arrows are pointing to green? Blue and yellow. Now there's a specific way you have to learn how to double dip. So we're going to be talking about double dipping. We're going to talk about wiping our brush off and making sure we know how to make the colors mix on the paper, not in our cups. Okay, let's talk about double dipping. When we double dip, we always want to dip the lightest color first before we dip the darkest. The lightest is yellow, red is in the middle, and blue is our darkest. So if we're going to make orange, you have yellow and red. Out of yellow and red, which one is your lightest color? I hope you said yellow. So in a minute, we are going to do a double dip. We'll dip in yellow, and then we'll dip to red, and then we'll mix it on the paper to make orange. Please be aware when Miss Lawson says dip, that means you take your brush, you go down into the color, and you pick it up. You don't go down. You should not be stirring or scooping or going back and forth between the two like a ping pong. So again, watch. To make orange, dip, move over, get a little. I have two colors on my brush, which then is going to make orange over here. And it's a little muddy just because I guess I didn't clean my brush off. If you find that's too yellow, clean it off. I'm going to add a little red. There we go. There's a better orange. So again, the lightest yellow, then red. So you're doing a double dip using your brush. Then listen for the countdown to wipe your brush clean for the next double dip. Okay, let's point to green. We're going to make green. Again, what two colors make green? Which one is the lightest? So we're going to go yellow, then blue, then mix it to green. Yellow, then blue, then mix it to green. Again, wait for Miss Lawson to do it, and then I will let you know. So again, I'm going to take my brush straight up and down. I'm going to dip to yellow, move all the way to blue, get a little tiny blue because it's strong, and then I'm going to mix it to green in my rectangle. Again, make sure that you're dipping straight down. Then I'll count you down to get your brush cleaned off and ready for the next double dip. Okay, purple. What two colors are going to purple? Red and blue. Remember, red is lighter than blue. So we're going to go red, then blue, then we'll mix into our purple square. So again, get your brush straight up and down. You're going to go down and up into red, move over a little blue, and then you're going to mix to make purple. Now, if you can see, my purple is a little too red. So this is how I'm going to fix it. Wipe it off. Get it clean again. Go add a little bit of blue on top. And it should make it more purple than red. So now we've made our secondary colors. So go ahead and get this brush wiped off. Please listen. I'm going to tell you to make sure you get your house, whoever's in charge. The bottom of your tippy should go in your house. Your hair should be pointing up. That goes back on your tray. Please listen for who is grabbing our tops, snapping them on before we take our tray back to our table. This paper will be walking to the drying rack, so please listen for your next step.